it's Sarah from Losing It For Me 42, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about restriction and food. So, I've had this real dilemma, and I posted it on Facebook, and I kind of talked, I think, a little bit about it on Instagram, I'm not sure, but it's just like, I've upped my calories because of my workout routine. But I was feeling, because I was in a stall, I was really starting to wonder if I was doing, you know where your head goes when you're in a stall. You start to question everything. And I was really starting to question stuff. And the thing that really bothered me wasn't even so much the stall. It was that I see people post all the time. I take 2 bites and I can't eat anything else. And I'm like, I could eat the entire plate. And I'm going, there's something wrong with me. And I've had uncontrollable, hunger for a while. I realized I hadn't been taking my acid reducer. I did start taking my acid reducer, and that definitely curbs some of it, but not all of it. Like, when I eat, I could eat. And I was still getting well over 1,000 calories a day, sometimes up to 14. So, really high. And I was going I feel like there's something wrong with me. I don't know what. And on Monday, a day from hell, on so many different levels. But I didn't eat my first meal until 11. And I was kind of surprised that I ate something, and I ate a snack. I didn't eat a meal, but I ate a snack. And I was kind of surprised that I was cool with that, and that I actually felt like restriction eating the snack, and I was like, what? And then I had my lunch at 2 or 3, and I felt real restriction with my lunch, where I could have eaten that and the snack at the same time. And I was like, what is going on? And I even had restriction with fluids. And I was like, seriously, what is going on? And so, because of this, I got 700 to 800 calories that day. And I was like, I haven't had 700 to 800 calories since I was on purees. What the hell? I was always at 900 to 1,000. So I was like, And I felt sated. I felt restriction. I felt very satisfied. I didn't feel, dizzy or weak or anything. I was like, how interesting. So I did it again the next day. I'm not fasting. I'm having my pre-workout. I'm having my BCAA. I think there's 2 A's. Amino acid, yes. So BCAA. I'm not fasting, but I find that if I don't put anything solid in my system before 11, I have a much different day. And I know I've said that I did a half-day fast a couple weeks ago. I don't remember having that at the half-day fast. I don't remember having a feeling of more restriction or anything. But I don't know. I don't know if it's because I wait, because I'm on new medication. I don't know what it is, but I'm also not, I realized something. I'm not hungry until 10 or 11. I feel hunger because that's the time I'm used to eating in the morning, at 8. I'm like, oh, I should eat something because it's breakfast. But I'm not actually hungry. And I know Susan from Second Act had talked about intuitive eating. No, I'm sorry. I don't believe it was Susan. It was Aussie Green Machine talked about intuitive eating. I apologize. Very different people, Sarah. Very different people. And part of something I've been trying to do is really tell the difference between, am I eating because I think I should eat, or am I eating because I'm hungry? And I'm trying to so I just kind of sit in the morning and go I don't go oh, it's 11 o'clock now, I can have my thing. I go, I'll wait till I feel hungry. I'll wait until my stomach tells me, hey, bitch, send something down. And I'm like, okay, it's coming, So, whenever that happens, that's when I eat. And I was like, I think that might be better for me. I don't know if it's causing the restriction or what, but just wanted to share that. Very interesting. If you have issues like me where you don't feel like you really have a ton of restriction, if I eat a whole slice of pizza, I feel restriction. If I eat popcorn, I don't feel any restriction. And sometimes when I eat meat, I don't feel a ton. I have to eat a lot of it. I have to eat more than 3 ounces. I mean, my meals, most people talk and they're well, their meals are 3 or 4 ounces altogether. And I'm like, I have 3 ounces of protein plus 2 ounces of 2 ounces of vegetables. So I feel like I'm getting more than most people. Hence I was like, am I doing something wrong? But the good news is I do have a nutritionist appointment. I found a nutritionist. It's not as close as I like, but hell, when I dealt with my insurance, they were like, there are no nutritionists in New York State. And I was like, how are there no nutritionists? I have good health insurance. I'm like, how are there no nutritionists covered? But they were like, there are none. I found one. I think I just got a really stupid customer service rep. So I found a nutritionist that I'm going to start seeing. But I couldn't see her for a while. So I have a couple more, I think at least another week or two before I can see the nutritionist. Maybe a week. But I plan to see the nutritionist and get an actual diet plan, because the only thing I was given by my surgeon was the Slim Fast plan, which was 2 shakes a day, 1 for breakfast, 1 for lunch, and then a small, sensible dinner. And I was like, and even when I talked to my surgeon and told them about my exercise regime, they said to not go above 70 grams of protein. That even with a weightlifting, high intensity exercise regime that's an hour and a half to 2 hours a day, they were like, yeah, just 70 grams of protein, and that's it. And I was like, you realize that if I have a Premier Protein, that's 2 of those and then 10 grams of protein for dinner. But they actually don't. They think that Premier Protein has too much stuff. They feel that Premier Protein has too much protein in it, and that you should only have half of a Premier Protein for a meal. I think they're fucking crazy, so I don't follow their plan. But I have a nutritionist appointment, so I just kind of wanted to share that. I know, some people go through these times in which they have restriction issues where they feel like they can eat a lot. Look at that. I'm sorry. Look at that. It's there. I know it is. It's there. And if this is the case, you might want to try, like, just intuitive eating and just see when you're actually hungry and see if that helps at all with your restriction. It's definitely helped me. I went through weeks and weeks of just, I could not get enough. And now I feel much more in control. I feel like, and it's weird. It's not like I'm, doing so much different. It's just that I delay my breakfast. And I know, like, everyone goes like, oh, you don't skip a meal. It's really bad. And I'm like, I know, but at the same time, like, cost benefit analysis, I go, it kind of works for me right now. And until I see my nutritionist, I think I'm going to keep it up. So, okay, guys. Bye.